Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second webinar hosted by ISA. This webinar, as you might have seen, is about housing. Okay, so like I mentioned, the agenda is housing. We cover university housing, private housing, scams, groups that you can join, and the additional question and answers that you've sent across to us. Anmol is going to take over now.
Yes. Hi, guys. So by this time, I think a lot of you must have gotten your mails about you getting confirmed housing, but I also know that somebody is on leave, so a lot of the mails are still stuck. We'll try to give you both sides of the story, that is the university housing as well as the private housing. So I think most of this was covered in the previous webinar, so I'll go more into detail about each of these things. So as you all know, there is a housing crisis here. We try to make it clear enough that there's a housing crisis here and people do take advantage of this and try to scam you. So you need to be very, very careful when you're looking for private housing. If you've gotten Duo, it's a lot, I will say, simpler, but there's still a lot to do when it comes to the housing process. So let's start with the Duo housing. So this is the university housing. So you will get a mail at the start of the booking period from Duo, which will give you your credentials to the room portal. This is a similar portal to room.nl, which I'll talk about in the private housing as well. And in this, you'll have to go activate your account and give it all the details that they need about you. And I think you'll be able to also see what rooms will be available to you on when the booking period starts. The booking period is usually around 4 days, but we would suggest that you book it as fast as possible. But because even though it's 4 days, it's still a first come first serve basis. So try to see what rooms will be available to you and make a priority list as to which rooms you would like to book. So I will say once the booking period opens, you will have to go to the portal and then reserve the room for yourself. While reserving the room, I will say that don't hesitate. As soon as you get it, there'll be a dialog box that opens up and press yes. Until you press yes, that room is not reserved for you. So if somebody else clicked the yes button before you, they might get it. So be quick with that. And after that, all the they'll start processing all your documents and ask for your documents. To complete the process, they'll ask you to pay the first month's rent and sign the contract. Uh, After that, 1 week before the arrival, you will receive a mail from Duo regarding the key collection. Usually, these key collections are handled by people called resident assistants. They are called RAs here. So these guys are assigned to you to help you get into your room. They will hand you the keys and tell you the basics of how to live in whatever student housing you guys have selected. The RA will contact you maybe a few days before your arrival date. They will ask you for your arrival date as well. So, okay, before you book flights, so when you are booking your rooms, they will show you what is the contract start date. So I would say that try to arrive on the date, but if it's earlier as well, you can manage a few days, manage living here a few days without your contracts. But still reach out to your RAs about how they can adjust. Sometimes they do adjust. So see if your room will be available. Studios are people like studios, but it's also sometimes it's isolating during winters because during winters it's very difficult to get out of your house in the first place, and during exams as well, the pressure is mounting on. So you need people, you need to socialize and stay active. Uh, so I will say when you open for your booking, when your booking portal opens, try to keep multiple tabs open so that if the one priority order that you're looking for does not work out, you have other options available. There are some rooms which are like, I'll say Indian terms, 3 BHKs or like 4 BHKs. So you can group up with other friends who are in the same slot, get the same, I'll say, unit and get different rooms in that. But it's still risky and it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that all your friends will get the same room. This can also be done with studios because there are a lot of studios. So, for example, I think in Profits, it's a set of 12 rooms everywhere. So you can still look out for that. As I said, you need to be quick with the booking because it's still a first come first serve basis, even though you have 4 days to. So for private housing, I will we suggest look out for these towns. That's Delft, Rijswijk, Schiedam, Rotterdam, and Den Haag. These are the closest cities, I would say, closest places to live. Most of them are maximum around 40 minutes by bike, but people do manage it, and there are the train connections are very good here, so you can manage with public transport as well. People do come from Leiden, but Leiden being a city and it's gets expensive. So the bigger the city, the more expensive the rooms and the smaller the rooms. So keep looking for places which kind of fit what you want in private housing. So there are a lot of platforms which you can go to find these private housing. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups which will keep coming up on, I hope, on the admins group, because last time also there were a lot of groups that had come up. Try to stay active in these groups because there are a lot of opportunities which come out. And everywhere, almost all of these are first come, first serve. Some of them will have like an interview process. For example, rooms at Perarius or even Kamarnet is where people try to find a new roommate. So they call you out for interviews and they see if you actually gel well with them to give you the room. Room Plaza, I would say, is a really good website, and it's most of these for Room Plaza, it's just a 1 year contract. Look out for how long the contracts are. That is extremely important when you are looking at this. And if registration is available, because some of these places don't have registration, you need to register within, I think, 15 days or a month after you come here to get your residence permit. So look out for the registration and the duration of the contract. Even if it's 1 year, I would say some of them are good, most of them are good, but then you have to look for housing after 1 year. A lot of people do that, so it's not a big deal. Of Facebook groups, I will say I have not had the best experience with them. A lot of scams in Facebook groups and CommonNet. Um, Yes. So some of the things to look out for in the guys, if you think you're going through a scam, is they're asking for any payment before the viewing, or if they tell you that no viewing is not possible and we need to sign the contract right away, you should not go with it. Trust your gut in stuff like this, and be extra careful when you're looking at things like Facebook groups or even people reach out on WhatsApp. So be careful about that. Then another thing is unrealistically low rent. So when you're looking for places, you will realize what is like the median or the mean of what rent you should expect for what area of house. So you will know if it's unrealistically low, then please try to avoid. And they will try to, these scammers, they try to make you act fast because they know you are panicking that you don't have a house. You should not panic in these situations and try to have proper checks, have a viewing. If possible, the best way is a physical viewing, but video call is also all right. Some other options that are there are, so there are brokers here which help you, but they are very expensive. So that is a last resort because they will go and check out the place for you. So that is your last resort. So think about that as well. And you need to verify the ownership and contact details. So a lot of the times, these contacts, when they contact you on Facebook, they will throw a lot of stories at you. I've had stories about, oh, I'm working in a ship in the middle of the ocean, so I can't give you a viewing. I'm handicapped, so I can't come to the place and show you. There are a lot of these stories, but you need to be careful and learn about how to stay away from these. A lot of people do come across these scams, so be careful. Okay, yes. So I think I have discussed most of this. Yes, about the contract. Read through these contracts word by word, because sometimes it's very difficult. They give you long contracts. You need to read them because there are a lot of things in the fine print. So make sure for private housing, you read through them. With Duo, it's all right, but when it comes to private housing, you have to be very careful. And deposits, they will say, okay, because you are coming for a viewing, you have to pay like 100 or 150 euros as a deposit. And if you break something there, you have to pay. don't do that. Most of the genuine viewings do not require you to pay deposits before viewings or deposits before even signing the contracts. So be careful with that. Sometimes they do ask you to pay a deposit before the contract signing, but if it's a legitimate source, if you are sure enough that it's a legitimate source, go ahead. These are some of the websites that I mentioned in the previous slides. One thing I would like to say is the five using website. They have a lot of rooms. They do open up periodically, so keep checking the website. Most of these websites keep opening up periodically, so keep checking them. Five Reason, for example, is in Ricewig, and they have student housing, and they have a lot of rooms, so they keep opening up. Uh, so keep tabs on these websites. So this is one of the groups for the house hunt. I will leave this slide open for some time so you guys can scan the QR code. I think the first group is already full, so there's in the description you will find the link to the second group, so you can join through that. This group usually has a lot of people posting houses and stuff. There will also be a lot of groups that will come up on the admits group. So try to join those and be in touch with what's happening. Put the group link in the chat as well. Yeah, so yes, you'll put the group link in the chat.
Yes.
And
Oh, yes. Uh, we can check the question answers. Yes.
We unmute this. Yeah, no, that's okay. So guys, we'll go over your questions one by one that all of you have submitted. And after that, we'll take questions. If so, you can unmute or you can ask in the chat, and we'll try to answer as many as we can.
Okay, the first question since there are a large variety of rooms available, okay, sorry, university has asked to deposit €1,000 for housing. So is it an advance payment of the rent or a refund?
No, actually, this accounts for your registration with the Duo housing portal, and I think it also accounts for your visa processing fees. And yeah, I think they've given a breakdown of this in your financial letter. It's written somewhere.
Second one, since there are a large variety of rooms available with rent ranging from 460 to over 1K euros, what is the process like when the housing portal opens in May? Do we get to choose or are we randomly assigned a room? If it's a latter, are we allowed to change rooms or is it a yes or no situation? Yeah. So generally, yes, there are a variety of rooms and how it works is that you basically get access to the available rooms based on the slot you're assigned and do research and figure out which one you want. There are options to choose from for sure, and it depends on how quickly you click on the yes while you're booking your room based on your preference. So yeah, it's not randomly assigned room for sure. You get to choose. Should I
We can talk
prioritize?
about this in a little bit more detail, if that's okay, the portal thing.
Yep, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So the way the portal works is that I think you guys might have already heard about it on the group, but there are 3 slots that are roughly there. So you will, depending on when you pay your, well, your tuition fee, you get assigned into one of these slots. And if you're really unlucky, well, you get into the waiting list or not on the slot. But if you are in a slot, what happens is that the first slot usually opens in May. I think it's on the 21st of May or so. You will get an email that says that yes, you have access to the slot, and on this day you will get a sort of portal link. You can log on to that link, and there you should be able to see all the houses available to you. So it will be formatted in a way that you know which building it is in, what's the rent, is it applicable for the Huurtoeslag, which is the rental allowance, And it'll give you basically all the details about every house that you have available to you, which ideally you should be able to find some videos that ISA has previously posted, or just go on Google Maps, go on Reddit, and you'll find information about each. So once you're able to get access to the portal, you have, I think it's the next day that you actually are able to book. So after you look through it, you probably have a list of houses that, okay, these are some houses I really like. And the next day, I think at 1 p.m., it opens and you have to select the house you want and click the book button when the time slot opens. So, but however, it is true that you cannot change rooms. It's a bloodbath, quite literally. So at 1 p.m., if you've got a good set of houses and you click the book button, well, that's it. If it's a two-year contract, then it's a 2-year contract. So choose well.
Okay, thank you, Advaita. I think that was really insightful. The next question is, should I prioritize distance from campus over cheaper price? I think that really depends. Yeah, I think that really depends. So, generally, when you live on campus, you're definitely closer to your classes, which is nice because then you get to go back home. When other people, campus.
That's totally true, but in some cases, what happens is then you think you're closer to the university, so you'll always be on time, but you always, for some reason, are late. So that's also
And another thing you need to think about is if you are staying away from university, you need to think if you will be able to bike that much every day. But and if not, then you have to account for your transport costs as well. So it's still a personal preference. So if you think you can do a longer distance for a cheaper price, go for it.
There's also one more advantage I have here. There's one more advantage for staying close to campuses. You can take the facilities of the library or UX or other things that could help you actually sustain your life here.
Yeah, but also it isn't necessary that if you're on campus, you're not paying a cheaper price because personally, I live on campus and my rent is pretty decent. So yeah, it really depends. Do your research well. Would like to understand what kind of documents are typically required when applying for private housing, how strict the overall process tends to be. For instance, some platforms mention requirements such as having a guarantor with a minimum annual income. Are such conditions usually enforced, or is there any flexibility?
Usually these conditions are enforced because of the whole housing crisis thing. So they want to understand that you will be able to pay rent for however long your contract is. Documents usually base documents that you require are your visa number, I think, and your passport. So other than that, majority of the times if they do ask for a minimum annual income, then you might have to mail them and see how flexible they are because some of the platforms are flexible, but the others might not be okay with it. You'll have to mail them and ask.
Okay.
Another thing with this process with private housing is that I think especially a lot of people seem to value a personality fit. So if you are here or if you're having a video call and it's not with the landlord, but it's with the other roommates, which is common. If one member in a house is moving out, then the roommates also sometimes participate in the interview. And so they will sometimes like check, are you a good fit in terms of personality? Do you have similar habits? Is there something that you can gel with? So that's also something that you might see come up. So they are a little bit on that personality side too.
Yeah. And generally, the interviews can be long if you are a person of their interest. So the longer the meeting, the better it is as a sign from what I've heard. So yeah. Explain the allowance bit. I'm a bit confused. Okay, so the allowance is basically provided for studios and in some cases older buildings, if I'm not wrong, like for Zustalan example. Uh, so yeah, it basically that you pay the full amount, but then you get a bit of your rent refunded around the 16th or 20th of the month. And yeah, you have to apply for it, and it gets refunded to you based on your base rent and all of that. there is a portal for it, and if anybody has questions about that, you can message me on WhatsApp later. But I don't think you have to worry about that right now. And the details of it. Do the shared kitchens have dishwashers, or does everyone want their utensils manually? There is one. Is it chargeable or free to use? You have to wash your dishes manually, mostly, unless you're rich enough to afford a dishwasher. But yeah, people just generally do their own dishes.
And another thing is that some of the private housing do have these.
Yeah.
So maybe check while you are applying for it.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends.
So some private houses do have it, but I will tell you that most duo shared houses, yeah, I mean, unless your previous housemates, the ones who lived there, decide to splurge on a dishwasher and left it to you, you're pretty much on your own, really. Wash your dishes.
Yeah.
It's good to bond with people. Nice.
Trauma bonding.
What does no registration possible mean? Okay, so when you come here, you have to basically register with the municipality, your address to get your residence permit. So when they say no registration possible, I would say if it's something that you're looking at for short term, maybe you can look at it, but I would say stay away from things like these because you need to register to get your residence permit, and then your bank account as well depends on that. So be sure that whatever you look for in private houses has registration possible.
Next question. Do we get good houses in slot 3? And are shared houses good? Can you please explain how shared houses work? Good houses in slot 3. I think we should be grateful that you're getting an house in that way. And slot 3 houses, I think, generally are self. So it is, yeah, so that's a good thing as well. That's a plus point. Our shared house is good. Again, depends on your preference and your roommates. So how shared houses work? I think there are two types mainly. One is where you have like a room and a washroom to yourself, and then you have a community kitchen where like say 7 people on a floor or 8 people on a floor share that one kitchen. The second type is like Anmol said, like a 3 BHK, where everybody in the room, like 3 people share a washroom and share yeah, 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Yeah, so that those are the two kinds that are there. Okay. What amenities are usually provided for private housing studios in terms of appliances, furniture, etc.? Yeah.
Depends. So you need to check on the listing as to what they are providing, because it varies from place to place. So you'll have to check the listing properly. How
I
does
will admit though, when it comes to private housing, the Netherlands concept of like an individual house, like if you're really talking about getting a house outside dual, that's its own room. There are places that literally don't even give you flooring. So like the Netherlands concept of an individual house, I have seen some listings where they're like layer on tiles and do all the stuff yourself. So yeah, reading the listing is important. Sometimes the common sense that we have from India doesn't apply here.
Yeah, make sure that you guys look for a furnished house because sometimes the unfurnished houses, the rent looks very cheap, but it's a lot of work once you come here.
Yeah, and then again, like look at the video showcase.
Yes.
Top, you can
Yeah.
pay full attention to see if they have flooring or not.
And when you are doing this private housing, make sure you get everything in writing because a lot of the time they'll just get on call and discuss stuff with you. You need to have everything in writing when you're going in private housing.
Do utensil sharing and fridge work in a shared kitchen setup? Do we need to carry our own stuff to the kitchen every time for shared fridges? Is space sufficient for the number of people it's shared with? Do people
Okay.
No.
I think I'll answer this.
Actually Steve?
Living with the same person, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So if you don't see that food, you're stuck with them for the next
Yeah. So
Steve.
Utensils for Duo, I will say that Duo gives you what do they call it? The
Starter kit.
starter kit. So in that, every person in the house gets their own utensils. The fridge is the same. Usually you have to adjust here and there. It is a little difficult to manage, but it's manageable. Carry our own stuff to the kitchen. That depends on your roommates. At least I live in a shared apartment, and we keep all our stuff in the kitchen, and we just know what is whose. So the basically the cabinets are shared. So we say this is mine, this is yours. So you need to figure that out with your roommates.
It's a mutual arrangement.
It's a mutual
Figure out
arrangement.
between
Yeah.
among yourselves how it works.
Yeah, and also if you have the kind of shared room where you just have a room and washroom to yourself and there's a community kitchen for 7 to 8 people, you generally have a fridge in your room. So with that you'll have to probably carry your stuff to the kitchen every time.
They're saying kitchen part of the welcome kit is not being provided this time.
Yeah,
it
that's
so?
what. I think it's
provided
not
the times.
available this time. So you would have to have your own
So
utensils
but
and
you will
that.
have to get your
Yeah, I mean, I would anyway say that the quality is not really that
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
usually recommended that you get your own.
Might as well go to IKEA and get it.
Right all over
Honestly,
here.
the kitchen set was not bad. Like, I
I'm
genuinely
still
think that
using
it
it.
worked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
same. But it's all IKEA. That's one thing. Like, you can get the exact same thing that they give you in the kit if you go to IKEA. So,
it's
Stupid.
no. Okay, when can we expect the booking for slot 3 of university housing duo to get over? Slot 3 people.
I think the dates have already been.
Yeah.
I think asking for the duration of in which they can still book a house in slot 3. It's all like about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Expect the bookings to
Maybe they
What?
can,
Wait,
that person can unmute
I'm
and,
not sure.
Yeah.
Like what exactly?
okay, so I think,
Can we look at the chat?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe one thing for shared housing, right? Usually your shared housing is if there's a 3 BHK, there's only maybe 3 bedrooms.
Yes.
So each person will get 1 bedroom. It's not like sometimes in Indian hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like a dormitory.
It's not a dorm.
You have your
Yeah.
own room.
You have
You have your own room. So I saw a question by someone.
It's
So can we start with Sanjana's question?
Yes.
Okay, if we choose to book a room and are unable to pay the first month deposit within 4 days, we don't get another chance, right?
I don't.
I don't
you-
think so, yeah. Please pay, guys. Does anyone of you help to physical verify a house?
Uh,
can put it on the group and
You
You
can
can ask,
ask some of the seniors or your friends if they are there. But yeah. I mean, yeah, just put it on the group and if somebody can help, they definitely help, but we don't make such commitments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep in mind that we are also students.
Okay. Will they explicitly say you're not eligible for dual? No. Find your own rules. I would like some confirmation whether I have to take the stress or not.
Yeah, I think if you're not eligible, they'll either put you on the wait list or they will explicitly say that the wait list is full. So
But I think in general, also most of the housing options open up later in the year. So right now, even if you take stress, you can't do anything about it. I'm sorry to say that, but I've been through this. So yes.
Don't take stress.
Yeah, don't take stress right now.
Are all shared rooms mixed or are there flats for men only, women only?
Depends, I think.
I think all duo ones are like
like that.
Yeah, I responded. Okay. Depends for the shared housing. Some
Oh.
houses have same gender. Some have mixed. Okay. I think, okay.
Oh, they are not providing it at all.
Wow.
Or what? That's okay.
Kitchen starter kit. They're not providing the starter kit.
Even
So
I
the
didn't
shared
start a
double rooms-
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No. Like
you're
here.
really lucky.
People prefer to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Are you allowed to take up freelance projects apart from the 16 hours part-time?
Okay.
freelance.
For
Freelance,
freelance,
you can.
You have to register with Chamber of Commerce. KVK, it's a long process. And we wouldn't suggest immediately after you come over here. First figure out figure out life. Survive over here, and then you can get more information from your seniors or people who are doing it.
I would say one thing
So
though, that like if you're doing a job in India, as in someone's employing you in India, yeah, that's not subject to anything. That's like outside the scope of the Netherlands government. So if you're doing a job at your own, like as in at your own mental health risk, you can do it. The tax authorities are not coming after you, nobody's coming after you 16 hours. But yeah, maybe not in your first quarter. It's a lot.
Yeah. So the shared rooms have a fridge in every room.
again, depends.
It totally depends.
It depends from place to place. Does professor?
Professor.
Profess has. Steel
Yes.
Tier has to. So I think there are two shared houses, and there were two categories that Ritika mentioned earlier. There's a shared house where you've got an ensuite bathroom, but the kitchen is shared. And then there's the other kind where you have the kitchen and the bathroom are shared. So in the situation, the second one where the kitchen and the bathroom are shared, you usually have just one fridge in the kitchen. And the size of this fridge can also vary because Duo gives you a really small one, which is funny enough, the same size as the individual ones that you get in each room for the other kind. But I've seen some shared houses where the previous tenants, the people who stayed there, bought a humongous fridge and just left it there. So, like, if you're lucky, you might have a fridge and a freezer. Oh, important note. A fridge does not come with a freezer. So, if you need a freezer, either hope the previous tenant gave you one or buy your own. Like, that's something important to consider. But yeah, only in the second kind with an ensuite bathroom do you have a fridge in your room. And that's only for two buildings that I know so far from Duo, which is Steel Tiaswag and Profess.
And also about the freezer, just check the listing because usually they mention it there. Usually, if you have the fridge not in your room but in the common spaces, they will. So I have seen, at least as far as I've seen, they do give a freezer, but it's still the single person one, like single person fridge and single person freezer. So
Small.
yeah, small.
Okay. Is it possible to meal prep for a week in a shared kitchen or will
Uh,
it be?
Freezer. If you have a freezer, then yes, it's possible.
But if you have seafood days, you can.
Seafood is possible.
Yeah, like one week is difficult because it also depends on your roommate. I have a very tiny common shared fridge.
Yeah.
So it was split. So I know people who have like big fridges and they use it. Depends.
It's possible still in the fridge too. So don't worry about that. But yeah, I think that really depends on how okay your roommates are with you taking up space and what kind of fridge you have.
Okay, when we'll recording for the session. Hopefully by next Saturday. If I can upload it today, I'll try to, but please give me a week. I don't study. Uh,
I think the first question is completely dependent on when ESA plans on
Yeah.
sending them to you.
Also, regarding the allowance, we get all those. Is there a word that I'm missing? All those information.
So to calculate the allowance, there is a website where you can go and put in your base rent and they will do it for you and you have to put in your details. But other like to know if your house is available for rent allowance, if you're looking for Duo, then I think it's mentioned, right? On the Duo board.
Yeah, it is mentioned here.
It's mentioned that it's available for rent allowance.
There's also something called an allowance calculator.
Yeah.
So you can look at that. I don't know how accurate it is, but.
No, it's from the government.
I heard it from the last time.
When we book houses on the day of our slots, do we have to make a payment that very same session of logging in and booking? No. Also, is the room tentatively locked once I say yes, or is that susceptible to losing someone else? If someone has clicked.
That's not how it works.
No, so you are given 4 days, I think, to make the payment. And if after that you are not able to make the payment, then it will go to the next person, like
Yes.
next slot.
Is it entirely electrical induction based in the Netherlands?
No.
So
No.
depends. But yes, I have a stove.
Well, I have a stove, but they're renovating it to an electric.
Oh, that's Mostly it's reduction, but
I wish
sometimes it's the traditional stuff. Hey, for duo housing, you mentioned that we have to pay the deposit and rent within a few days, but hasn't the university already taken the living cost from us? Will we get that money back?
No.
No. So the first month's rent you have to pay from your own pocket. And then when you come over here, set up your bank account and the university will transfer all the funds to your bank.
But there is a bit of delay in that transfer time, so like don't count on the money coming into your account right away. That first month, living expenses, anything you have to buy, which you will, which is utensils, all that stuff, that's coming out of pocket. So first month, even second month sometimes can be
Yeah.
really expensive. So don't wait on it. Please bring enough money.
Yeah,
Yes.
make sure that you're prepared to have the first 2 months living expenses.
Yeah, I think the next question has been answered as well. You don't have to pay anything. Once you get the main form, you will start your in. What is a rental allowance bid? I think we covered that. Yes, you are too late. But it's basically a certain amount that will be refunded to your account. For studios and certain buildings, it will be mentioned explicitly on the listing. So look out for that. What is the approximate amount that you would ask to pay right after choosing the room?
Depends on your,
So you're trying to
1 month.
600.
yeah, 1 month rent.
Yeah.
Depending upon how much.
And if you're getting the starter kit,
Yeah.
1 month rent plus the starter.
That's the starting point.
In the listings brochure, it was mentioned one of the listing mechanical has construction still ongoing and might not be ready immediately. In such cases, do we have to organize accommodation ourselves or do it takes care of temporary?
I think duo
Yeah, you
takes.
will take care of temporary accommodation, but like when you try to book the housing, it will show you from when the house is available. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, so it depends on your contract. If your contract starts before the house is available, then it's duo's responsibility, I think, to take care of that because when they take our houses for renovations, they do give us temporary housing.
Yeah, and I think mostly they'll also mention it on their website. Like when I was looking through options in my building, it was specifically mentioned that I would have to move out in the middle of my first year sometime for renovation to happen, but Duo will arrange a room usually in the same building or like nearby area for you. So you can you'll have to stay temporarily there till the renovation is finished. But it's usually mentioned on the Duo website when you're and you can see all the listings.
And just to be sure, it's better if you mail them in regards to this. Just to be sure. Yeah.
Also, one thing is that like it does sound like a hassle, but sometimes Duo also gives you a certain amount of money as a I'm really sorry to kick you out of your house and back. So, it's an opportunity. Maybe.
Okay. Okay, is rental allowance a guaranteed thing? Has anyone faced delays or issues in receiving the rental allowance? No, they don't delay. They maybe give it to you on time. I think when
Can
you
we
give it up,
delay in like processing?
yeah,
But can we delay in like the payments?
yeah. So the initial, like Anthea mentioned, the initial processing is hard, like to figure out how much your base rent will be and then approving it is a little tricky, but once that's in place, it's feasible. Okay, how much money would be good enough to bring for the first quarter, including all the incentives?
For the first quarter,
If enough is like 2,000.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, not for the quarter until you get your refund
Yeah.
from the
no,
university.
what the question says first quarter.
Quarter?
I don't think they
Do you mean the time until you get your refund?
ish. Can you? Yeah.
Also this question, I think we're going to cover more of this in the next webinar, but it really depends on a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what you're going to be buying and
Yeah.
what you're going to be getting from home and all of that. So
Just to give you like a base amount, I would say usually we spend maybe
1,000 per month.
1,000 per month.
That's
But
Yeah, that is
the first month is gonna be more.
500.
so that is your base. So because you have to buy a lot of other stuff, so that is still on you as to what you're getting from home and what you
Yeah.
have to buy.
especially now that you're not getting the starter kit. Yeah. No, but like honestly, you can get better quality stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, is there okay, I think I covered this question. Follow up, what happens regarding registration and municipality if accommodation is temporarily given by Duo?
No, it, as long as you've signed a contract with Duo, that there shouldn't be a problem.
At the municipality, they ask you to show the contract. So it just depends on where you have like officially signed your contract. Like if you're, for example, like MDR, if you bought a room at MDR and you signed a contract for MDR, then that's enough. The municipality will take care of the rest because your contract is for MDR. It should be fine.
Yeah, and you're eventually going to move back to
Yeah.
your place once it's renovated, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and I think most of our contracts are between 1 to 2 years. So like temporary is just the matter of shifting. You're not actually changing registration or doing something according to the law. So you're still registered there for the entire duration. Don't worry about that.
You said that for which houses are applicable, it is available in Duo. In the PDF brochure, there was no mention of whether the studio is applicable or not.
It should be on the website.
So when you go for your booking of the, you will see it, it will be mentioned for each house which is eligible. But this house is eligible for rental allowance.
Yeah. Generally, what is the start date of lease for Duo house?
First week of August,
First or second week.
First
Or
week of
second.
August or second week of August.
Yeah, I think mine was 15th.
Yeah, mine was also 14th.
So also, book your flights accordingly. Yeah. Don't come earlier than your accommodation. Okay. Could someone go through the story of securing rental allowance as in what I was supposed to do to secure allowance each month after paying the entire rent is registration reconnect? Okay. So there's basically a portal where you have to register and you start getting the refunds. You don't have to do anything after that every month for it. You just have to put your account
You
number.
have to create something called a Digi ID.
Oh, yeah.
That happens after you get your RP.
Yeah.
So that can take a while, but you will be refunded for the entire duration of your contract,
Yeah.
no matter when you apply for the rent allowance.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If they have any questions, they
Yeah,
can.
I've allowed them that. So
Allowance of issues. Which was sent at the beginning of the month and the allowance is. What's that?
you wanna-
Do we have to fill up a rental seven? Yes. Yes.
So the rental allowance is given by the philosophies tax authorities, so it's definitely guaranteed to come back. It's one important thing to know.
Okay, so guys, if you have any other questions, you can raise your hand, unmute, switch on your cameras and ask us. So no rental allowance till we get an RP.
No
No more questions?
Can you?
Guys, we would appreciate it if you can just unmute and ask.
Yeah.
It's very
There
difficult
is
to monitor the chat.
There is a, oh, are there more questions?
There is one.
Okay, the monthly tentative cost has been covered in the first webinar and the link is on the group. So kindly go through that and you will be able to get an answer. How much time will we have to register with the municipality?
15 days to 1 month.
15 days to 1 month.
15 days, yeah.
Aditya?
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Just drop the ma'am and sir.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I just wanted to ask regarding the slot, like slot 1, 2, 3 kind of days. So that is not confirmed to us. So whenever we pay the rent, it's not said like you're in slot 1, 2, 3. So can it particular day, like when the slot, when the slot is starting, when the slot is something like that? Like that is little bit uncertain. So if you know anything regarding that, please can you clear it so that it will be easier for to understand.
So regarding the slots, there are no as such slots officially, This is just like some people get first access, then some people get like second access, and some people get third access. The first slot I think is around mid of May, and like you get 1 week before prior notice that it's your turn to book university housing, and then you'll be able to view your houses from this date. You have to book on this date, so you'll get a mail approximately 1 week prior, and then yeah, you can just view the house. But there's no as such like definite slots that these are for fixed dates. Approximately the process starts around mid of May and lasts till first week of June. At least it was last year like that. But yeah, that's the time span you can expect around.
Okay. All right. Also, one more doubt, like, could you also upload, I mean, send the video or like the PPT that you have, that you talked about in the meet? Because I joined little late, like 4 minutes late. So that would be really.
Yes, we will share a YouTube link on the group once we upload this. Like we did with the previous webinar that is already on YouTube, and we'll do the same with for this one.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
So your documents
Hello?
are fine. I agree.
I had a question. I mean, I'm not sure if this has been covered yet. I joined a bit late, but I just want to know. When exactly will the money be refunded back to our account once we actually go to Tier Delft? And during that period, how much money would we approximately need to bring on hand? Like, yeah.
So you need to basically have a Dutch bank account for them to process the refund.
Yeah.
That can take about a week or 2 weeks time if you're going to do it. Take a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
longer also.
Isn't that after registration?
After you get your BSN, it might take a week or 2 weeks. And then after that, it depends when you apply.
Yeah.
Once you apply through the MyTuDelf form that they have, and then it might take another few weeks to a month. So I'd say bring about 1.5 to 2 months worth of expenditure plus 500 because the first month will be a little bit more expensive. If you just want a
Uh-huh.
number, I'd say about 2,500 to be safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like
One more point.
cash you bring on hand?
No.
No. For the forex, yeah.
Forex. Okay, got it. Got it.
One more point is that I just looked at my transaction record and TU Delft had refunded on 16 September 2025 for us. So you can expect it to come around mid-September is what I'd say.
Yeah, they
Okay.
start the whole process of refunds once the new quarter starts. That starts, I think, 1st of September. So yeah, they'll start it then, but then it also depends about like it's again how fast you can give them your bank account details.
Got it. So 2 weeks to open a bank account and 2 weeks for the amount to get refunded approximately, and need to get like around 2,500 euros on a forex when we come in here. Okay.
Yeah,
It
that
depends,
also
like-
depends on when you come here.
Yeah, like for example, I got only 1,000 euros. So
Ah.
it totally depends. And last year they refunded the money approximately to September end when like we according to this timeline in which we mentioned. But again, it can be subjective.
Again, it's dependent on when you come. If you come in the beginning of August,
Yeah.
you have August and mid-September to go. And then if you come later in August, that also has, you'll have to see according to how much you plan on getting from India, how much you plan on buying here, all the miscellaneous stuff like the kitchen stuff and all of that. So yeah.
One thing is get it always in you can always get it in card because Netherlands everything is cashless.
Yeah.
No little exchange of cash. We're getting everything in card.
Yeah, unless like you're buying a cycle. Yeah, some mask for cash.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, try getting at least
A little bit cash,
yeah,
yeah.
at least 200 cash. Or more, little more, maybe like 400.
Also, yeah. They usually also never have change, so
Yeah.
they never have change, so there's no point in getting that much. Yeah, if you can get it in tens of hundreds.
Max 50.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So Ayushi,
Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello, yes.
Yeah. So my question is related to the housing. In terms of, you mentioned that you will be kind of intimated if you're which slot you're in, and when you, I mean, technically when you get access to housing at different times, right? So if we are not assured housing, will we get to know that in the beginning itself? Say I'll be making my payment this week, and there's a high chance that it's possible that I don't get any of the slots. Does that mean that I'll get to know that before slot one itself starts, or I'll have to wait till like end of July to find out?
So you will usually be placed on a wait list. So when you are placed on a wait list, it's still, I would say, don't rely on the fact that the wait list will move. But while you are placed on the wait list, still like properly keep looking out for places in the private housing. And the wait list sometimes does move, but don't rely on it. They will only tell you that, oh, all the houses are. You send a mail at the end of all the slots. Yeah, they do it.
So all the houses are like
Yeah.
accommodated by students, they'll send that we are unable to
Yeah.
give a house.
So, and so only when all these slots are over, I'll find out if I'm getting housing or not. So, because right now some people are getting a mail that they're assured housing. So,
Yes.
will I get
Okay.
a mail saying I'm in the wait list? Is that how it works?
You get a mail that you are on the wait list. So even when you're on the wait list, you basically don't have guaranteed housing.
Yeah.
So still look at private housing.
And they don't keep
Okay.
all the students on wait list. They have a certain number, and after the wait list is full, they'll also send a mail that the wait list, you couldn't make it for the wait list, the wait list is full. So they will inform.
So that'll be
It's not-
before the first slot gets access to housing, right?
That depends on
Yeah.
that timeline. We are not sure.
We are not sure.
Okay.
Like when the
Wait list
wait list
will be-
moves.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, because that's dependent on how many people book the houses in the first couple of slots. So even the slot date is something that all the slot date is something that you won't get at the first like the start. It will be on kind of a rolling basis.
Right. Sorry, just to clarify, but people are getting a mail currently saying that they're assured housing.
Yeah,
But
assured housing, yes, but
yeah.
the slots and all of that will depend later. They will send another mail so that you are in slot one, slot two, or slot.
So if I'm not assured, will I get a mail saying that I'm on the wait list? Or not assured?
You will get a mail about that. But that's the thing. So after slot one has started, there will be some people who would have probably gotten the mail beforehand, which is they've paid before, maybe they've gotten the mail. So if you're paying after slot one starts or somewhere in the middle, naturally you won't know at that point, like, are you in slot one? But you will get a mail saying that yes, you are on waiting list or you are not eligible. You will have the confirmation whenever it is that you pay. Only after you pay will you get that information.
Exactly. And also, if you've gotten a mail that you've got assured housing, then you are either in one of the slots.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. Sure.
Sure.
Hi guys, am I audible?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. First and foremost, thanks for conducting this. It's kind of very helpful for us. Second thing is that again, relating to what Ayushi was asking, I'm also kind of confused because I also received the mail, I paid the fees and all. I received the mail that I got like assured of like guaranteed housing. So I'm kind of in a limbo. Should I actually look for private housing or should I just sit and chill and wait for it?
No, you should not.
All right, cool. Thanks.
So this slot thing is only it's basically about what do you say, what housing you get.
Yeah.
So you will get a housing if you will get a house from Duo, but it's just on what you will get. That's the question.
Yeah, like
That's,
priority 1, 2,
Yeah.
3 is the question,
Yes.
but you will definitely get a house. That you will ensure.
Okay, and also one more thing. So we will be creating a list based on the priorities according to our convenience. But
Yeah.
do the Duo website ask for like give your priorities? Like one is maybe like this apartment, so and second will be another.
No.
So
or you have to look through the listings and book whatever comes up.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
basically like you'll have multiple preferences, so you'll have them open in different tabs. and like
Device.
different devices and even different rooms of the same building, different devices and whatnot, and then you just try and like try to get the best possible uh, preference you can.
I guess I mean maybe what you can now is select your favorite type of house. I mean, like office is one. I mean, I same office, so I like that more. So yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
option. PR, CTS bag. That's not so.
Yeah.
You can also see what works for you. You can actually make a selection right now.
Yeah, and also sometimes the website crashes because of the number of people on it. So please be aware that that can happen too. But it will start working soon again, so be patient.
So just for an example, I think we Sneha has a recording from last year.
So I'll show you what I did. This is just me practicing one day before. This is not the actual.
Okay, guys, first of all, don't panic once this opens.
Yeah.
Don't have it on 5 different devices. Nobody will be able to book.
Yeah, just make sure this is one device with 6 tabs open. And this is what I had done for my housing because I didn't have a lot of options. There was only one office room, as you can see.
Yeah. I had one tab, I clicked on a book and then the website crashed.
Yeah. I think Advaita will later guide you how to exactly go through this. But like
Yeah,
this
I
is what
had this down to a science.
Advaita suggested. I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna show you how fast the process goes. Okay.
No pressure, guys.
This is Advaita's.
So this is the yes box you get. Make sure you click yes.
Why are you clicking yes on everything?
Because that's what you do. This is what happens when the website crashes. So cute. So
So
don't
one
panic.
of them went through.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah. I had 3 options, guys.
Yeah,
I had like 12. So what I did was, I think my page is, I put it on the group at some point. But yeah, I had like 3 different houses. So essentially so there are filters, okay? So you can see on the main page when you log in, there's like, okay, the houses, there's Lewis Cooper's Lawn, there's Profess, there's all the houses. And then within that, there are floors, of course, to these houses. And yeah, I think I did too much of a scientific dive into which floor is better in the Netherlands and which direction of lighting for optimal waking up or sleeping or something. But like, you don't have to do this level. You don't have to. But yeah, the thing is that you can still have a preference for the floor, for instance. So I opened 2 tabs for Profess, and that was my first choice. And so I want to make sure I got either this floor or this other room set. So there were like 2, 3 tabs for Profess. There's ones for Stilke Swag or something. And I
Yeah.
had like 6 tabs, and I reduced the zoom of the browser so you can see all the book buttons right next to each other. And most stop doing that. But yeah, so I want to make sure that in like as she did, there's a pattern that you click in. So like top to down, next tab, top to down, next tab, top to down. And I think the current house that I got was like the 4th or the 5th button that I clicked actually. So it's a little bit of a fight. And I will tell you that this, even after the fact that I was sure that the internet was going to be slow, so I went to a gaming cafe, checked the ping, and then did it. So there's all sorts of hacks. I say this with double apostrophe.
Yeah.
That's
No, that's my hope. Yes, this is just me just practicing because this fight is for your chosen option. It's not like you're not going to get a house.
yes.
Yes.
So don't worry. Even if like the website crashes, you will definitely get a house. It just might not be what you wanted, but you'll get it.
Yeah, and going back to your question, I'm sure Advaita has a documentation by now that she.
Yes, I think Advaita can share the documentation, a report.
Yeah, you guys can expect a really long message. Like I will find the message I sent originally and send it to you. So,
Advice for all
so
of you. Be prepared, but don't like
Panic.
Don't
Don't
panic.
panic. Yeah.
don't panic because I'll share my experience with you. I was in slot 2, and in slot 2, you're basically safe. So what happened was I opened the website naively and I reloaded it because it was taking way too long, and then it just like hung for like 25 minutes. And after 25 minutes, I got just one of the better options.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine if you're in slot 1 or slot 2. You don't have to worry about anything. If you're in slot 3, you might get like
You might not get your preferred.
you might not get your preferred option.
Yeah.
It was still very good house.
You'll still be like you'll still reside in Delft. It's still okay. It's not
And
the end of the world.
yeah, and like good and bad, we come from India, so don't think like bad is like worse. Every house is good.
Yeah.
So please keep that in mind.
Lower bound is still higher than you expect.
Yeah.
So
Getting a house is the first preference.
Yeah.
So once you are through duo, I think you should be.
Yeah, you're in a pretty good spot already if you have a short housing. So
Yeah.
this is just
Yeah, this
better
is
to-
just about being picky, I guess. So, like, if you have some, oh, I really want this building, that's all, but you will have a roof above your head.
There were people who wrote scripts.
let's not do this.
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Like the more people do this, the worse it becomes for everybody.
Yeah,
Just keep that in mind.
Guys, it's really not this big.
Yeah.
I had one tab open and it was
Yeah.
fine. Please calm down.
Yeah,
And
please don't engage in all these practices,
Yeah.
guys, of bots and all of that. It's not really recommended.
because people who did that didn't get the first option either, so please don't do all
Yeah,
that.
don't do all of that.
Rely on your just be calm.
Yes. Does that answer your question? I think so. I think he's left speechless after all of that. But let's move on. Pranjal? I think everybody's traumatized.
Hi guys, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that you said the registering with the municipality process takes about 15 days to 1 month, right? So does that include just collecting your residence permit or is there anything else also?
Okay, so for the registration, right, you have to book a slot. All of that will be described in the email that you will get soon. But you'll have to book a slot where you have to go to the municipality and just show them your documents. They will immediately give you your PSN number there and then. And your residence permit, they will ask you to collect it from some place later. For us, it was Utrecht, but you'll get a mail about that later. Your residence permit comes later. Yes.
And we have to book the slot to collect that, right?
To collect the residence permit, we have to. No,
You have assigned a slot.
Yeah.
So like
No, you were assigned a slot, a mail would come in. So you have to
Okay.
book the registration thing. So the thing where you have to go to the municipality and get your BSN number, which is what you use for all the stuff, that you have to book. And in fact, the booking for that actually, you book around August itself. So like right before you come in or something like that, the slots open for that time period. But the other one where you get your residence permit, you just get a mail, you just gotta be there at the time and select a slot, I think, for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. And the second part of my question was, what if my visa of 90 days, like my 90 days are done before I collect the residence permit? Is that okay, or would that be a problem? Like if say
GSN, it's fine, but I don't think it goes to that because once you have registered with the municipality, you should get your RP within like
Yeah,
month or
you
so.
get your RP, but yeah, to answer your question, you do have to get that before your visa
Yeah.
because your RP is kind of the official document that then extends to like 2 years for your stay here. But usually the dates are such that you'll be going for your appointment before that.
Okay, so ideally we should be getting our 90 days visa sticker by the end of June. So the 90 days are till September, correct?
The 90 days visa is just for entry. Once you're here, then you got your PSN number.
PSN.
Yeah.
Once you get your PSN, you're registered here, so that's fine. You don't need to worry about that. That all like falls in place.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, the
got it. Thank you,
timeline.
guys.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Sanjana, hello.
Sanjana, are you there?
She's unmuted. We can't hear her.
No,
No.
can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Okay, I think in the meantime,
Yeah, well, Athar can
Well,
ask your question.
Hi guys, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So I had two questions. First one was related to what I asked previously, that we'll have to wait till the RP, right, to get our rental allowance. So if it takes about say 2 months or 2.5 months, so they will compensate me with the rental allowance for that period, right? Means for the
Yes.
entire 2.5 months, I'll get the total rental allowance.
Yeah.
Is that the case? Okay, okay, good. And
Yeah,
I
you-
want
also,
to tell you guys one
the
thing
first,
though about the rental allowance. Sorry to cut someone off.
no worries.
The thing is that most people, right, like in the first slot, you have a great chance of getting a studio, but I think most people usually get the shared houses, which don't have rental allowance. So I know that like it's a great situation if you can get the studio and the rental allowance, but like I don't think everyone's going to be involved in the rental allowance process. So you can get into it, you'll get the information about it, but you can proceed also thinking that maybe that's not something relevant for me for most cases. Just wanted to let you guys know.
Okay.
it's a mistake.
Yeah.
I also had a second question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was related to the booking process. So, as you mentioned, you opened 6 to 7 tabs at the same time, and the website crashed for some cases. So, what is the case when the website crashes? Does it crash across all the tabs, or I mean, what exactly happens?
So I would suggest don't open 6 to 7 tabs. From personal
Okay.
experience. Even if if you're in slot 1 or slot 2, even if it takes 25 to 30 minutes for it to
Yeah.
reload again, you will have a place to live in. That was the case with me at least. If you're in slot 3,
Then you can do
be
that.
prepared, but just remember that the more tabs you open, the more chance there is of it crashing on you as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's up to you, like how you want to.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
to you. I remember this. I was in slot 3, so it's subjective again. Just
And-
don't panic.
And guys, there's nothing to panic because even at the end of the day, you will have a house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and full disclosure, I was in slot 1. I was just doing it for fun. I just wanted to process, like I really wanted to process, that's all. I mean, it wasn't about a house.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Okay,
not the
so
average
it,
person, don't follow me, that's all.
so it does vary across people, right? I mean, from person to
Sorry?
person. So one person might have a crash website, and the other person may not. Is that the case?
Yeah. It is.
So it is subjective. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Thank you so much. Guys.
guys, again, I'm making this clear. If you have duo, you are in a much better
Yeah.
situation than
Please
solo.
don't stress about duo.
Don't stress about
Yeah. No matter what slot you are in.
Wait, and those who haven't gotten to also please don't think.
Yeah, don't stress. Yeah.
Because everyone we know has a house, okay?
Yeah. See, you definitely will get a house. It's just on your preferences, where, how, what. So there's I don't think I know anybody who was without a house when
Yeah.
they came.
Yeah.
Even if you get a house like in Hague, you can move to Delft. It's not like you're stuck there.
Yes.
Yeah.
People do move, especially in winter and all when there's more options.
Yes.
And also now there is a new tram line and bus line that's opened up near the
Yeah,
university.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry that, oh, I have to cycle or catch a train or do this. Like if you're living in, I don't know, The Hague, you can still consider Amsterdam, super far away, but like you can still reach college in multiple transportation methods. So even if you live far away, it's just a matter of getting on some transportation. You'll still reach in time.
Okay. Sanjana, do you want to try again?
I think they are already unmuted speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Sandeep.
Sandeep. I have questions on.
Sandeep, do you want to ask a question?
No answer. Okay, we'll move on to the next person.
Shreya. Oh, unmute. I think they can unmute themselves, right?
Yeah, they should. Yeah,
Hey, hi
Yeah,
guys.
they should be able to unmute.
yeah. Shreya, go on.
So I just wanted to understand the condition of these shared housing. Like I saw a message that 8 people share the same kitchen. So is it actually organized, or do we have rules to keep it organized, or how does it work?
That again.
Honestly,
Depends
it
on your room.
depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
So it depends on the people we share it with.
yeah, but generally it's pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah, I mean that
Okay.
is something that when you kind of meet your roommates and everything, everyone's in the same boat. So everyone wants the kitchen to be clean or
Yeah.
kept in a certain way. So I would just
Mutual.
yes,
Talk it out.
yeah, you can talk it out amongst yourself, and
Hmm.
yeah, I mean usually it's like since all of you are gonna share it, usually it is agreed upon that you keep things clean and all of that.
Yeah, and generally, like people are given the duty to clean like per week. So one person has to clean on 1 week and then another person the next. So that means if there are 8 people, you have to clean once, and then 8 weeks later, you can
2 months. One
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that depends on what you agree on. There's like no set.
And the size of the
Okay.
kitchens are also pretty decent according to how many people are sharing. So
So if it's 8 people, then the kitchen I share with 2 other people. So it's a smaller kitchen. So
Yeah.
it depends.
I have a
Okay.
suggestion actually, since, well, I am currently in my kitchen. Asking Anmol and the others, do you guys want to see it, or is there no time for that now?
sure.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna show you which is an 8-person sharing kitchen. And yeah, sorry to just jump in the middle. I just realized that I have the space, so why not? It's a little messy because I was cooking, but I'm gonna stand at this position. This is the space that we have for an 8-person kitchen. So you have a table, and over here you have 8 sort of induction stove pots. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a lot of space. I mean, all of us have been cooking here at one point and we have had no trouble. So, like, this is just a reference of what it looked like. And because we have it organized, we have a task list. So, who takes out the trash, who cleans the kitchens. So, it's just like you can decide between your roommates and everything what you're going to do and how. But, like, you don't need to worry about the space. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of space. That's all.
This process, guys, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let me enjoy.
So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, I think we can go back to Sandeep. Do you have any more questions, Shreya?
No, I'm good. Thanks a lot.
Sandeep? Okay, then you unmute. Let's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one.
He's not able to.
He's not able to unmute. Wait, I'll try to.
Chat. Yeah, maybe you can type it out in the chat.
See the mic. No, I think
No. Everyone does have access.
we have access to it.
Maybe you can type.
Yeah, you can type it in and then we'll answer.
We can go to Mukund.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, from what I hear, studio's main disadvantage is, especially during winters, you might feel lonely, right? So what I want to understand is in Indian hostels, people, even if it's a hostel of single rooms, you can go around other people's room, have fun, chit chat. But how is the culture over there? So if it's an apartment full of studios, do people still go to, visit each other's room? Is that allowed, or how's the culture in general?
Um, yeah, it depends on your neighbors. My neighbors is so sweet, but everybody has their own lives. So it's really hard to sync up times where you're free and then you can go to chit chat. I'd suggest like join committees. That helps. Mainly why I love so many committees is so that I don't stay at home during the winters as well. So it kind of forces you to step out, even though it's really, really hard sometimes. Um, but yeah, you can make friends outside of just your living space.
And I think by
to your living space.
yeah, when we say it gets difficult in winters, also that people have their holidays and stuff coming up during that period. So a lot of people head to their hometowns and whatnot. So it's also because of that.
Yeah,
That's part
it
of
is.
it, but
It's
also
hard.
like the weather. Oh, sorry, I keep cutting you off. My bad.
Sorry.
Ah,
Yeah, no, what I have to say is that it's definitely hard. Like I initially I'm like, it's probably not that hard, like how hard can it be in just like a few months? But it gets hard, yes, it's cold and it's a bit lazy and it's quiet and dark. But that being said, want something yeah.
Do you have friends who will
Yeah.
bother you?
Yeah, it's definitely your first time, so it will be hard, but you'll get used to it.
Another thing, I'm not sure if this is mentioned anywhere, but just in case, carry vitamin D supplements.
It's not in the case.
So,
Yeah.
carry it.
Yeah,
But
carrying it is important, I think. Like there were some times, especially in the winter, where I'm like, is it that I'm sad or have I not taken my vitamin D? And actually, some of those situations, it was that I hadn't taken my vitamin D. So I don't know. I believe it helps.
Yeah, okay, got it. Okay, I just have one more question.
sorry.
Yeah, can I shoot another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So you said you can also book a room, like you can choose a specific room, right? Like if I'm going to book with someone, trying out my luck in case I find someone, whom I can room up with, and if I'm booking together, is that possible?
yes. So that depends. If you're saying two people in one room, usually not. But if you're saying two rooms
I think
adjacent,
the question wasn't clear. He got cut off middle as well.
yeah.
Can you repeat the question?
So question was, can I book like specific rooms? For example, if I'm booking with, if it's a three shared room, I'm booking with two more people. Like I find two more people. Can all three of us together select a single room? Is that possible?
No, it's not possible. So the way
Unfortunately,
it works is that you get access to one specific room, and you can't, like, you can call your friends and be like, hey, when your portal opens, you click the button for the second room in that house, and the third person can do that. But the portal does not recognize multiple registrations, nor does it allow for group booking in that sense. But it is completely possible, and there are successful cases of people becoming roommates. For example, I have 4 people who went to the same college in this floor of mine in Profess. So you can totally do that, but no group bookings are recognized by the Duo portal. Just gotta coordinate it separately.
Yeah.
And hope for
So
the
you can
best.
coordinate and book, right?
You can hope for the
Yeah, you
best,
can
as in all
coordinate and
3
each.
of you do that.
Okay. Just want to confirm. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
So, okay, we'll answer Sandeep's question. Student visa is processed by university. Will it come after arrival? So we have to enter NL with tourist visa. MVV.
So you get a 3-month MVV visa, that is an entry visa, till you get your residence permit. And that will come in India itself. So you will have a visa appointment. You will submit your passport to the procedure. And then you'll get a 3-month entry visa. And then after you come over here, once you register with your municipality, you have your BSF, then you can submit RP. Like the university will send you mail that you have to book an RP collection slot. And then you just do that. Yeah. The RP is valid for 2 years.
Okay, I think we can go to Pranjal's question.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it, guys, but what is the situation with washing machines? Is it the same like a fridge?
Uh, it again depends.
Yeah.
Because in places like Profess, you have to pay per load, I think.
Yeah.
And in my house, we have it in the house, so we don't have to pay anything extra. but you'll have to check that on the portal itself.
I have to go to
I guess
another
a thumb rule is that for shared houses where the bathroom and the kitchen is shared, at least for most I know, it's the washing machine is included. While for Profess, like the other kind of shared housing where you got an ensuite bathroom, it's a separate building. And also, just as a reference for prices, it's about €2 for one washing load and €1 for one drying load. You can have a longer time of drying to make it up to €2, but just this combo usually works. And the washing machines fit a lot, so I think 1 to 2 weeks you can put that much laundry in.
Got it. Yes. Thank you so much.
Next, I think Shri Krupa.
Yeah, hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Hi.
I hope I'm audible.
You are. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, I just had a question like, do you ever have any issues with electricity or water or anything like that during extreme weather? Like, do you need to have supplies like torches or candles?
So I don't think we've had any issues with electricity or water. Sometimes if there are some maintenance tasks which are being done, then they will inform you well in advance. But usually it doesn't. It doesn't matter to your daily life most of the times.
Yeah, when you do, you can always raise it up with two if it hasn't been like flagged by someone in your building, then you can always raise it up with them, and then they are usually very good to.
Yeah, this is one of the benefits, I think, especially of duo housing, because there is a unified app that you process, repair complaints, rent, everything else through. So that makes it really convenient, and you usually hear back from the caretaker that's a duty with a mail in about a week at most. So this is true for any issue, including things like, okay, your plumbing is stuck in your sink or your toilet needs cleaning. For most minor things, they do come over and fix it for you pretty well after scheduling, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, by cleaning, she probably means of the common spaces in her house.
Common space. It's more about, I think, clogged
Spaces.
washrooms.
So that you have to do. No, you
They
can
come and do it.
register like.
They come and clean up the sinks and stuff. If it's
Like
clogged,
clogged.
No, it's about clogged things. So like if you've made your kitchen dirty and there's like food shavings on the ground, no, reporting to do I don't think is gonna help you there. That's a roommate discussion. But okay, suppose your sink handle or something has literally fallen off. That's not your job. You call Duo and you tell them, hey, we need some help, and they will come and fix that for you. So issues.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions? I
He
think.
said, is there a decent marketplace for?
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
Yes. Any further questions? No.
I think we have answered everything on the chat, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask a question if you don't mind?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So I have heard. So what about the SIM cards? Like the SIM card that we use here in India, like when we move to Netherlands, is there something like eSIM or something that we have to register to, or we need to get SIM cards in Netherlands or something? What would be a better option?
I would say when you come here, get an international plan at least for some days until you are set up with your own SIM card here. But I think as Aditya mentioned in the chat, Duo gave us some Libara SIM cards, and I think most of us are still using those. Yeah, yeah. So usually Libara is pretty good with that. Like a Duo will give you. It's mentioned. Please check. It was mentioned in one of the things.
Yeah, but last time they also had a
Start.
Yeah.
So check.
But you can come here and then also like look for it and apply online, look through all the prices and
But I
stuff.
suggest make your Indian number in the eSIM.
Yeah, make your Indian number in eSIM. Here, eSIMs are costly, I think, so it's better to have a physical SIM card.
Right.
And also, I think you get a Libara SIM for free during IP, right? That's where I got mine.
From JPK.
So, yeah, you can get that.
So one more doubt, following that, like, is eSIM not like what do you say? Is not working everywhere? Like I thought it works all around the globe. No, that no.
That depends on your plan.
Plan, yeah. If it's an international plan and you have like multiple countries, then sure.
Your phone. Don't pay for an
Yeah.
eSIM plan without your phone doesn't support.
All right,
Vodafone India, this will work here in Netherlands. It will work okay over here. I use a Vodafone India Netherlands plan. Yeah, Vodafone India plan over here sometimes.
Okay,
For
okay.
OT.
All right, all right. Thank you. Thank you for
Yes,
explaining.
nice. Yes. Any more questions?
Oh, somebody listed the
If if there's no more questions, guys, then we are gonna close the session. Just one quick thing though. We have mentioned this before, but I just want to reiterate that all of us are students. So when you reach out to us personally, do keep in mind that we can take time to respond back. And it's always better if you put those queries up in groups or you send out an email so that we can answer or we can kind of forward your queries to the right person.
Guys, again, the email is info@iic.delft.nl. But yes.
Thank you. We will announce the dates to the next webinar soon. And you know the process now.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Guys.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.